locked up for not being able to pay off debts from court fines and fees all over the U.S., even though the Supreme Court set a precedent 3 decades ago that made the practice unconstitutional. Nice, right? Here's the story. People commit non-criminal offenses like shoplifting small things or going through red lights, and then they get fees and fines imposed on them by the courts. And then sometimes those people don't pay those fees and fines. When they don't, by law, the court is required to find out if that's because they can't afford it, or if they're just being jerks refusing to pony up. If they just can't afford it, courts are legally not supposed to throw them in jail for non-payment, but they do it anyway, all the time. In fact, it's happening on a regular basis in at least a third of U.S. states, according to some reports. And a new report by the ACLU has just found that in Washington, they impose a 12% interest rate on those fines, which continues to accrue while the person's in prison, unable to make money. The result is often a lifetime sentence of debt and jail hopping. The ACLU also found the same thing going on in Ohio and Colorado. In one report, they detailed the story of Linda Roberts, a woman who stole $20 worth of food. When she got caught, courts imposed $371 in fines and fees. She told the court she couldn't pay, obviously, but she was still sent to jail. So the fees accrued interest and grew to $746. So her debt and jail time continue to grow. Cool story, right? Now, some of you might say, you break the law, you should pay. And if you can't pay, you should go to jail. But to them, I'd say, think about this. These imprisonments not only violate our laws in just the same way that the shoplifters and speeders violated the law, but they also cost taxpayers money. For example, the ACLU found that in Jefferson County, Colorado, people are imprisoned for 1 day for every $50 they owe. But it costs the system $70 a day to hold a person on the taxpayer's dime. In Jefferson County, taxpayers paid out $110,000 in just 5 months for this idiotic system of imprisoning people at an expense that is more than the money that is owed. So no matter how you feel about the concept of debtors' prisons, here's the bottom line. In this story, the only thing that should be sent to jail for breaking the law and being idiotic is the legal system itself. Tonight, let's talk about that by following me on Twitter @TheResident.